can only show you the door. You have to walk through it.
Hello guys, welcome to Mr. Legend Crypto. Guys, in this video, we'll be taking a look at the king of the market, Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently trades above $54,000. Bitcoin over the last 1 year has rallied up by more than 119%. If you're a long-term investor, how should you be looking at Bitcoin? If you're a long-term investor, what's your expectations for Bitcoin in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? Should you expect Bitcoin to be going to $100,000 in 2025, or should we expect gobbling town? We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin US dollar price chart on a weekly time frame. We're also going to be looking at the crypto fear and greed index. Right now, there's fear in the cryptocurrency market. And we'll also look at the altcoin season index, which is telling us right now the crypto market is heavily in a Bitcoin season. Let's get down to business. The last 1 week has seen a little dump in the cryptocurrency market. Some altcoins are up double digits. Majority of the market is still recovering. We've had brutal times in the cryptocurrency market. The last 1 month has seen double-digit gains across the board. The last 6 months has seen Bitcoin consolidating around its all-time high. Bitcoin has been one of the most explosive assets in history. If you go back, way back in 2011, Bitcoin launched around $0.00. We have seen Bitcoin go from less than $1 to as high as $73,000. On the 10th of October 2011, Bitcoin was trading for a measly $2. And if you fast forward to 2024, September, Bitcoin is trading for over $54,000. So if you have been a long-term investor that have been holding Bitcoin, right now you're in some sweet profit. But if you're a new long-term investor and you want to start holding Bitcoin for the next 5 years, 10 years, is this a very good time to be going hard on Bitcoin? Guys, I believe the opportunity of a lifetime to buy Bitcoin will soon arise in the next 12 to 6 months. Contrary to popular belief, I believe that we're going to go to a huge bear market that might see Bitcoin break into new lows, that might give new investors one chance to get in for a generational entry. Now, if you believe in Elliott Wave or you know Elliott Wave theory, I just want to briefly go through it and tell you why my belief stands that way. I believe Bitcoin has completed one big super cycle, and right now I believe we're in the ending phases of the correction of that super cycle. So if you're a long-term investor, this should be attractive to you. Bitcoin had a wave 1, ended up in 2013. We had a wave 2, ended up in 2015. We had a wave 3 that went to December 2017. That was when a lot of altcoins went explosive in the market. A lot of altcoins were pumping to the moon. And we had a wave 4, ended up in December 2018. And finally, we had a wave 5 to finish the whole cycle. And that wave 5, we saw a lot of similarities with how cycles should end. There was a lot of speculations. JPEGs were costing $1 million. There was huge influx of retail into the market. Everybody became a genius. And that's why I've been skeptical that Bitcoin probably not in a new cycle. Bitcoin has been undergoing a retracement all since 2021. We first saw the initial dump to gobbling town. That was Bitcoin going from $69,000 to $15,000. A lot of people bought the dip, rightly so. And then we saw the retracement rally that gave us Bitcoin ETF. Bitcoin ETF was launched in this retracement rally. There's huge speculation in the cryptocurrency market. Best case scenario, guys, I see Bitcoin going back to $14,000. Worst case scenario, Bitcoin can probably even get below $10,000 in 2025. The US election is coming. A lot of market participants are expecting that to be very bullish. US Feds want to cut interest rates. A lot of market participants also are expecting that to be very bullish. But from a long-term perspective, guys, I don't think that will be bullish. Historically, anytime the US Fed is cutting rates, it's because there's already trouble in the horizon. It's because they have seen the numbers. It's because they know that a crash is coming very soon. And that crash might take us to gobbling town. That crash might see Bitcoin breaking below $15,000, maybe even getting to as low as $10,000. If you go into the future, guys, if you imagine the future and you ask yourself, how will market participants feel if peradventure we see Bitcoin trading back at the $15,000 level? We see Bitcoin trading back at the $15,000 level. I'm sure we'll see a lot of people panicking. We'll see a lot of people buying the dip. But what will be the market vibes when we see Bitcoin going below $15,000, maybe even getting to $12,000, $10,000? A lot of people that have been holding through all this chaos, I'm definitely sure they'll be capitulating at those price points. Because From the all-time high where Bitcoin has gotten to at $73,000, if Bitcoin dumps below $15,000, that will be a 80+% dump. And guys, throughout Bitcoin's history, we have seen Bitcoin dump multiple times, more than 80%. So Bitcoin having an 80% dump will be nothing to write home about. Bitcoin having an 80% dump, it will be nothing crazy. Bitcoin's first huge crash here in its wave 1, December 2013, we saw Bitcoin losing around 88% of its value, and Bitcoin recovered. The next huge dump we saw for Bitcoin came in 2018. Bitcoin also dumped 80+%, and then we recover. But the last dump we saw in Bitcoin in 2022, a lot of market participants were expecting that 80+% dump. Bitcoin was graciously and kind to us. It dumped only 80%, and I'll not be shocked to see Bitcoin give us one final woo-woo dump. That last dump supposed to be a wave C, and in Elliott wave theory, wave C's are very aggressive. Wave C's are just like wave 3, but in the opposite direction, and that wave C is necessary for Bitcoin to go towards $100,000, towards $1 million in the future. So I believe in 2020, 2030, 2040, and in the future beyond, we'll see Bitcoin trading those outrageous numbers. But I still believe we're still going to see Bitcoin have one more dip to gobbling town before that huge pump. Majority of market participants can be right. A lot of people right now invested. That's people that are already in the crypto market. They're expecting the market to go to the moon. They're expecting their investment to pay off. Ask yourself, what will the vibe be in the market if we suddenly see a 50% dump, if we suddenly see a 60% dump, if we suddenly see a 75% dump, which in the cryptocurrency market happens more times than not. I think from that perspective, guys, a lot of market participants right now are just thinking we'll continue going to the moon forever, and I don't think that's what's happening. If you take a look at the crypto fear and greed index right now, there's a lot of fear in the cryptocurrency markets. Historically, that has been a good time to load up your bags. But guys, you want to be careful with the fear and greed index. We have been consolidating for 6 months at the previous all-time high for Bitcoin. There's been a lot of times where I've been in fear. There's been a lot of times where I've been in greed. If you're a long-term investor, you want to zoom out and ask yourself, if I bought Bitcoin at $15,000 with $1 million, and right now $1 million is worth around $2.5 million, will I be taking some profit, or will I be adding to that positions? Be a smart investor, you'll be taking some sweet profit, and I think that's what the big whales are doing, and the big whales always win. And if they have taken profit at this top zone, the next question is, when are they going to buy back in? Because at some point in time, they are going to buy back in, and I believe they are going to buy back in when we have that big crash to gobbling town in 2025 and probably ending 2026. Bitcoin has been lucky throughout its existence. Bitcoin was created after the great financial crisis that happened in 2008. And after since then, the market has been up only. After since then, Bitcoin has enjoyed that huge liquidity pump. And if we go to the altcoin season index, the altcoin season index tells us right now we are currently in a Bitcoin season. We're not in alt season. Bitcoin season means Bitcoin has been outperforming the altcoins for over 90 days. But I believe that will change very soon. Historically, when the market gets very bullish, we see altcoins outperforming Bitcoin, and I believe we're going to see one final pump to the moon that will get the market bullish, that will see Bitcoin pumping to the moon to get everybody invested before that crash comes. Take a look at when Bitcoin was created. Bitcoin was created deep down in Goblin Town here in 2009, and what has happened after then, we have seen the stock market rally to crazy heights. The stock market has gone up by 750%. Bitcoin, on the other hand, has gone from over $1 to over $73,000. So huge pumps for Bitcoin. But what's important in this chart, guys, is that Bitcoin has not experienced this kind of huge crash where the stock market will go down by 50+%. Throughout Bitcoin history, the biggest crash we have seen in the stock market has been a 35% crash that happened during COVID. And then we saw the Fed printing outrageous amounts of dollars that led us to another new rally. So right now, a lot of people are still speculating that the Fed will still print outrageous amounts of dollars that will lead us into new bull markets. I believe that, but I believe we're going to see a huge crash before that printing begins. And if we see the stock market giving us another 50+% dump, or maybe a 70% dump, we'll see the stock market losing a lot of liquidity, and I'm sure that will also affect the price of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is very liquid, And anytime there's chaos, people also go and find their most liquid assets to sell. That's why the cryptocurrency market, yes, we have huge gains. At the same time, we have huge losses when the drop comes. And if you look at it from the perspective of returns, since 2017, guys, yes, Bitcoin has been having some huge pumps, some outrageous pumps, but Bitcoin has only returned around 200% from its all-time highs where it traded in 2017, and right now we're in 2024. So for the last 7 years, Bitcoin went down from that all-time high in 2017. Bitcoin went down 83%. Bitcoin also pumped to the moon by around 300%. But from a larger perspective, Bitcoin has not given that outrageous return compared to what Bitcoin did in the 7 years prior to that. Bitcoin went from $3 in 2011, getting to as high as $19,000 in 2020. So in 7 years, it went from $3 to $19,000. The next 7 years after that, it could only go from $19,000, $73,000. So from a growth perspective, Bitcoin is kind of slowing down in the pump, but I believe we are gearing up for one massive pump that will carry Bitcoin to $1 million. But we're not going to get there from $54,000. We're going to go for one more trip down to Goblin Town. Guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Do you see Bitcoin continuing this pump towards $100,000? Or do you believe in the theory that we're going to take a chill pill and head back towards $10,000? Maybe even find support at $15,000? Are you buying more Bitcoin right now? Or are you getting ready for that epic bear market that might show anytime soon? Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome videos like this. Turn on the post notification to get notified anytime I drop a new video and anytime I go live. Remember guys, when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. And investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So invest for the long haul. Don't get too scared. Don't get too greedy. See you guys in my next video.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.